Today we discuss Himalayan salt. It's the most amazing salt that was formed between 200 to 500 million years ago, and we use it not only for cooking but for preparation as well. We serve the coarse Himalayan salt on the table in grinders. It's this lovely pink salt that you've seen, I'm sure. Then there's the round salt plate that we use to serve steak tartare on. You can serve oysters on that. The best part of this is you can put it in your deep freeze, chill it, and then on a hot day is fantastic for keeping your cold starters nice and cool. Then we've got the slightly thinner salt block, which we use for food preparation. If you've ever had a steak that you've cooked in a skillet or a pan and it looks like it's boiling, the trick is to keep it on the Himalayan salt for about 4 minutes aside. That will then draw out a bit of the meat juices from the outer patina, or that outer layer, and then you cook that on your very hot skillet. It's amazing. It'll caramelize, it'll brown beautifully. That's from the smaller salt tile. Then we talk about the big boy, which we're going to cook on first, and that is using Himalayan salt that was cut into a much thicker grade slab, which we've heated up in the Weber for about 35 minutes. We're going to cook a steak on that. Let's have a look at that. Right, here it is, nice and ready. We just splash some water on to see that it's hot enough. As long as we hear that sizzle, we know we've got enough heat from it. Probably 350, 400 degrees Celsius, and our steak just goes straight on top of that. The heat's very important. If that salt block is not hot enough, it draws out a lot of the meat juices, and that we don't want to happen. We'd rather just sear the meat on the outside beautifully, turning as often as we need to, and get the flavor from the salt. Our sirloin steak is at room temperature. We haven't seasoned it. We're putting it straight onto the Himalayan salt, remembering that we're going to get the lovely flavors from the Himalayan salt and then the benefits of the minerals while it cooks. So that's the process. All right, let's flip it over. There you can see it's starting to brown on the outside. Fantastic. With Himalayan salt, we try and keep the flavors as natural as possible. And that's not by adding any artificial marinades or bastings. We just want the flavors of the salt to come through. Steak's looking fantastic. I think we're ready to take it off. Lovely and brown. You can brown the edges just by putting it down like that for a second or two. And then we're going to just take that steak off. It's cooked perfectly. I'm pretty happy with that. You just give it a turn around, you'll see. Round all round. Take it off onto our board. We're going to let it rest now for about 30 seconds. As we slice the meat, you can see how amazingly tender it is. We've got just natural flavors from the Himalayan salt. And afterwards, you can obviously adjust the seasoning with a bit of pepper, lemon juice, some truffle oil possibly. But the whole idea is we want to keep the steak as natural as possible. Wow, that's looking great. Absolutely spot on, perfect. Voila.